started.
Elliot WW. Okay. I think I've played him quite a bit. Let's try d4 here and see what we get. d5. Bishop f4. Okay, so he's going for the London system. And so let's try my c5 move here against the London system. And now, yeah, e6. So if he takes, I can take back with the bishop, and I can develop my knight to c6. So that's a more active square for the knight than if it goes to d7. And let's see if he wants to trade. Yeah, he plays his knight there. So if I put a knight here, then this bishop is loose. So I will, let's first exchange here. And drop the bishop back here where it's protected by the queen. And I'm going to play knight to d7 to challenge this knight. And if he continues to defend it, I'm going to play f6. Ah, so he doesn't. He goes there. Okay. I think that's all right. Just simplifying. So this should be all right for me. I've got an extra c-pawn here I can use. The knight to b5 idea is not happening because of the pawn on c6 at the moment. I have to be wary of rook to c1 and knight to b5. That's a little trick, exploiting the pin. But it's not an immediate problem. Might be interesting to go e5 here, open up a diagonal for the bishop. I think I like that. Makes developing the problem bishop a little bit simpler. Okay, so now he's setting up for that little tactic. So let's move the queen out of the way. Maybe I should push this pawn all the way to... yeah, I went ahead and took. Okay, I think unless he can move his knight with a threat against the pawn, but I don't see any great knight moves that he could double it. No, he can't double attack it. So I think I'll have time to defend the c-pawn no matter what he does. He brings the queen up. This kind of provokes a queen trade. I think I can drop back here and this is okay. If the knight comes into either of these squares, I can take it with my knight. So yeah, he's looking at that square. So let's defend the c-pawn. Yeah, and he can park his knight there. I can't do a whole lot about it, but I can, let's see, that's a little annoying. If I move the knight, oh no, if I move the rook, it leaves his pawn undefended, but if he takes my bishop, I take back with the queen, and that defends the pawn. So let's just put the rook on an open file. Knight to a6 is not a problem. Knight takes bishop, queen takes knight. I think that's okay for me. He pauses to defend. Let's get the other rook on an open file. And then knight to yeah, I can't really play knight to b5 knight g4. Knight g4 threatens a mate there, but anyway, that's distracting my queen. But anyway, he could take the bishop first. I guess he has to take the knight first. So maybe I could have played knight g4 in some cases, but probably just provoke trades. So it's a bishop versus a knight. And let's see, he can pile up on that pawn, so I need to be a little bit careful. Yeah, it's not so easy to drive the queen away from that pawn. And maybe over here. So I have knight to d7. That would drive the queen away from that pawn. And notice the rook is defended, so there's no sacrifices here. Even here, let's see, bishop takes pawn. I just have queen takes bishop. So he's got to move the queen, I think. And he does. Okay. So now I can push this one step forward. This is the classic hanging pawns, I guess. And black has succeeded in reducing the material quite a bit. So I still have to look for ways to get dynamic compensation for those pawns, because they are a weakness. As you can see here, it's pretty easy for white to just line up against them. Maybe I need to push forward. Okay, switching his attention to this pawn. He's got 3 attackers and I have 2 defenders, but bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes. Yeah, it's not good. Bishop takes, rook here. The pin doesn't work because they can take my queen. So let's push forward. But that's just gives rise to an exchange. Let's see, knight here. Bishop takes, queen takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes, maybe. Leaving me with an isolated pawn. Or defend it. 3 attackers, 3 defenders. Leaves this pawn undefended. That was the problem with that one. Okay, well, this guy played well. Now if I push the pawn, yeah, I should probably keep the knight on, huh? But I'm going to lose another pawn here, so what to do? If I push the pawn, he just takes it. Yeah, I guess I have to do this. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't take back with the pawn either because it's a mate on the back rank. So I have to take with the queen. And he can take here with the rook. Yeah, this is bad. I have to keep taking because of the mate threat. And I played this well. What can I say? Let's which way do I want to do it? Let's give the king a little lift here. I'm going to see if I can hold this endgame. But it should be losing. There's 2 pawns. I'm down 2 pawns, and there's pawns on both sides of the board. So that usually is a recipe for losing. And okay, well, I guess I don't need to be in a hurry to go there. Just sort of slowly push my pawns forward and push my king forward and see what I can do. If he ever comes up for this pawn, I can check and take his a pawn. So that's the idea here. And let's see, I can start moving my king forward. He can check it. So probably here, so I can step my king up without getting harassed. I was thinking stepping the king forward is a little bit risky. I want to keep this pawn on f5 to try and keep his e-pawn backwards. That's maybe one slight thing I have going for me here. Okay, and now he's got two backwards pawns, so I can put some pressure on those pawns. Okay, he just wants to trade. That gives him an outside passer. But my rook is in a good position, actually.
Check.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want. I don't want to lose another pawn, but I didn't want my king trapped on the back rank either, but it looks like that's what I've got.
Check.
Okay, so he's threatening to take here. See, if I move my king up, he takes, I take, takes with the rook. I take over here. I guess that's something to consider. Maybe I can hold the endgame with the pawns just on one side of the board. Actually, he can checkmate me here. I wonder if he spots the idea. He just pushes this pawn forward. Check.
Check.
My king goes here. And then his rook takes the pawn here. Checkmate. Yeah, nice mate. Okay, good game from Elliot WW. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later.